Hello and welcome. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. So, I am ready to try a challenging situation here. We've had our fun. We've played as the Norse Vikings. We've raided and pillaged and raped and did all those bad things. And now I think it's time for a little bit of the opposite. Let's see if we can defend against all that. So, I'm going to play again, start a new series. And first thing I want to do though is I do want to put the difficulty up from hard to very hard. I've been playing on hard for a while now, but I think it'll be interesting to just see how difficult we can make it. This is going to add a lot of bonuses for the AI. We'll have 25% less morale all the time. They get 20% bonus income, 50% bonus morale, 100% reinforcement rate on their levy, and they only suffer a quarter of the normal attrition value. So just luring the AI into bad territory isn't really going to affect them quite as much. But we'll see if we can actually still handle it. Now, I've been playing as a lot of the pagan playthroughs, and what I wanted to do was actually defend against the coast. And so I'm thinking I'm going to play as the Count. Oh, there is no Count at the start of the game. That's unfortunate. This Duke here starts with all this land, and then he ends up giving it all away. No, that's not true. He does have a Count. Earl of Dorset, Earl of Somerset. So Dorset and Somerset. Okay. We could play as him. I wanted to play as an Englishman and defend against the Vikings. They're going to raid the coast, and I was hoping to start as like a single count, like maybe in the county of Kent or Essex. But I guess we'll have to start as a double count. I don't want to play as Dyfed. I want to be part of England. And the goal is going to be to just try to defend and see how that is from the other side on hard, very hard difficulty, and then hopefully create the Empire of Britannia. So let's get started. Also, I will admit, part of me wanted to just start a new series with the brand new mic instead of using the microphone, starting a series with the old microphone. So we start off the game as a participant, not as the actual primary participant since we're a count beneath this Duke, but we are defending against this the Halfdan, King Halfdan I, the White Shirt of Jorvik. And so if we actually look at that war, we've got two of them. There's King Ivar the Boneless. He and his brother, I believe it's his brother, King Sigurdur, Snake in the Eye, are attacking, and my half-brother, my Duke, also called a king, even though he's not really a king. It's really more of a petty kingdom. He is a participant in the war. So they're hostile to me, not because I'm engaged in the war, but because my brother is. Half-brother. So let's take a look at our character. I didn't do the ruler designer, which may or may not... Whoa, never mind. May or may not be a mistake. I think not. This is a pretty darn good character. So we are Earl Alfred of Dorset. And we're of House Wessex. So that's good. That is very good. The dynasty tree shows that we've got a few living relatives. I have a half-sister, the Queen of Mercia. She is not landed, but her husband is. Petty King of Mercia. So we are allied, or my brother, rather, is allied to this county. That's probably why he's in the war. If I actually come of power and become a duke, then they'll be an ally for me as well, since it is my sister. So, alright, well, let's get things in order. Let's see, we've got a pretty good council. We have just two counties. One county makes quite a bit more income than the other. I'm guessing it already has the town. Yep, that's right. And in the very beginning, since we're a count, I'm not going to worry too much about technology. I'd rather collect taxes. We have slightly more troops here in the Castle of Bath. So we'll train troops there as well. Improving diplomatic relations might make sense, although my brother, half-brother, already likes me quite well. In 1.101, the Chancellor activity actually got improved quite a bit, so it's pretty effective now. I do want to study economy technology, because I think that the Spy Master is best suited for that most of the time. And how do our bishops feel about us? They're both paying taxes to the Pope. They like him more than me. This one's a bit closer than this one. This guy likes the Pope by 40 and me by 28. So, if I go to wherever he is, He owns the bishopric here in Somerset. We'll try to improve religious relations in Somerset to make that guy like me better, so that he pays taxes and provides levy to me, which will be good. And then eventually we'll try working on the other one as well. Corf. Bishopric of Corfe. Okay, as far as laws go, there's really no point in changing that quite yet. Although, if the mayors are happy with me, which they are, this guy's really happy. He must be content. Nope. He just is pretty impressed with my personal diplomacy. I am a diplomat. In that case, let's raise city taxation. Need to select an ambition. Probably should get married. I don't currently have any children, so if I were to die, my half-brother would take over and just get some more of the land. Hopefully I don't die. But let's find a marriage. Now, we're playing as a Christian, so most of the playthroughs we've been doing recently have been, you know, pagan, and playing as a Christian is going to be a big shock, going back to the lack of a constant casus belli, not being able to conquest whenever I want. But let's see if we can marry for an alliance. The Princess of West Francia. So this would give us an alliance with King Charles the Bald, which could be quite good, although he's probably going to get engaged in his own wars. They're right next door. They don't have a lot of ships, so it's going to be difficult for them to get across. In fact, I don't know if I can actually check his ship count. It just shows me the total strength. But I'm imagining if we check some of the coastal provinces, there's got to be a couple ships. Maybe. Or he'll have them soon. So, I think that would be a pretty good wedding. Getting an alliance with West Francia. She's a terrible steward, but that alliance, actually we could also get it from her, West Francia. And this 15-year-old, actually I like her stats quite a bit more. When do you come of age? She was born January 1st, so we gotta wait 1 year. I think we can do that, that's fine. We'll take her, she's got much better stats. Oops, range betrothal, actually. There we go. We'll gain 54 prestige for marrying into House Carling and 100 for marrying the relative of a king. That will be quite good. And other than that, we don't have to worry about focus, we don't have to worry about any of this. I don't really want to kill my brother because that's kind of, you know, starting as a count for a reason. Let's let him live, just to make the game a little bit more challenging. And I'm going to probably play on speed 3. I do think we should raise our levy and go and help out in this battle. Fighting against the pagans is clearly a noble cause. So what we'll do is we'll raise our troops wherever he's convening, which is probably here in Oxford. That's what it appears to be. We'll go ahead and get my troops there. And once they're there, we'll go ahead and use this button here to attach them to that army. So I'm essentially giving extra troops to my brother. I don't have to do this, but you never know. It could make all of the difference in how this war turns out. Looks like the Halfdan has split his armies up quite well. He starts with a huge advantage. I mean, he's supposed to win and take a lot of this territory. We don't have enough gold to actually give any kind of real support. Yeah, it's nice being back as a Christian. We can do a feast again, that's true. Good, good. Buying an indulgence. The Pope likes me alright. Getting him to like me even more isn't really necessary at this size. Now, unfortunately, he is crushing the armies as they come together. My mission to Wessex so far has been a success. During my visit to the court of King Ethelred the First, I seem to manage to make him understand what a benevolent and peaceful ruler you are. My half-brother. Good. Good. I want him to like me. The mayors are upset that I've raised their levy. Understandable. Now, clearly this army here, it's about 2,000 units strong. We can only see my troops, but if you look at that, you can see he's got 1,782 plus my 577. So, you know, that extra 500 men basically puts him on par with one of those flanks. He might be able to do something with it. So I'm just going to let him control it. I'm leading troops with him, so hopefully I don't die. That would be terrible. I'm glad I'm quick. It's a pretty good character. I'm also a cavalry leader. Very nice. If we can actually sack his main holding... Oh, don't throw away all the men this low supply limit area. Don't be a fool. And we're going to suffer not too much. 7.8% per month. That's about the same rate as you'll probably see for most siege events, so I would actually assault if I were in control. That's a 10-to-1 ratio. Might as well. We're fleeing! Thank goodness the AI knows exactly when to leave and he won't get us caught. Hopefully. Yep. I think that the method that's necessary to win this first war against at least one of these two Vikings is to just keep them moving around constantly. Keep them distracted. If they can't actually siege and they're constantly trying to defend, they end up wasting too much time. Now, I am not ambitious. I am diligent. So going on a grand hunt isn't going to give me much. Give me a tiny bit of prestige. I could get the ambitious trait. We could also get maimed. I don't really want to take that risk right now. And we're in a battle. We're going to lose. There's a river crossing. We'll take a few men out. Yeah, it's unfortunate. This army's going to get crushed now. But if my brother loses, we're going to lose too. Because remember, my sister's married to this neighbor, this duke. One of my tasks as chancellor is to smooth relations between lords. Mostly I try to make other rulers of my liege's vassals like him better, but sometimes, as today, I find someone who doesn't like him, and then work my magic on the courtiers. So the courtiers at his court will like him more. Alright? Fantastic. It was true I only did my job, but it would be nice for once to get a thank you, or at least some sort of appreciation. I lose diligent. That's not fair. Why do I lose diligent? I did my job, darn it. Alright. Okay, this 68 men is not doing much. We'll just disband. We're going to lose half the troops for being out of our realm, but not a big deal. Definitely going to want to go on a grand hunt now that I'm not diligent anymore. I am going to start stockpiling gold in case we need to use some mercenaries to actually win a war. We could hire some right now, but 1,500 is not going to make a big difference versus all of these. Alright, it's been a year, we can get married. Let's go ahead and take that marriage, get 150 some prestige. I do think we'll take the extra prestige. This early in the game, 23 gold is quite a bit. Yeah, I think we need it for mercenaries. And now it's time for a new ambition. We have excellent stats still, even after losing Diligent. Let's go for becoming exalted among men. Extra diplomacy and opinion and everything is permanent. So that could help out quite a bit. We will eventually get 1,000 prestige. I'm still very young, 19 years old. I had no idea this character was so good. Count Alfred. I only have 170 men right now. Oh, fantastic. My brilliant strategist is now Craven. That makes sense. I should be afraid of swords. Let's see if we can fix that by going on a hunt. Just by chancing getting wounded, we can get rid of Craven. Now the thing about Christians is that they can only have one wife, so I do think it's important that we make sure we spit out a couple kids from this woman. She's a thrifty clerk, so she has a little bit of extra stewardship. I don't appear to have any traits that reduce my fertility, so hopefully we'll be able to get a couple kids out. And if not, we'll have to have some bastards. Bastards are always fun. Okay, these wars are currently being lost. The Sons of Lobdork invasion of Northumberland. They are winning, mostly due to the battles. But they've only managed to secure one holding. Right up here, I believe it is. Is that the right one? No, now they've actually got two. Northumberland and Cumberland, yep. These two. If we could just get together a decent force, we could actually fight them off. But we're probably going to lose these first few wars, and then we'll have to retake them from the from the pagans. I'm really more worried about what happens when Norway and potentially Sweden get consolidated, and Denmark as well, because they seem to be very, very powerful. Now keep in mind, this series is started on version 1.101, so the Vikings have been nerfed slightly compared to the immediate strength they had when Old Gods was released. They can only go on an offensive subjugation war once per lifetime unless they have the ambition. So they're not going to snowball quite as quickly. They also can't destroy titles, which is something that really the players were doing more often than the AI. But and then also there were a couple bugs with Gavelkind succession, but that's been fixed. Yeah, we're just gonna have to let my neighbors lose. It's rather unfortunate. Meanwhile, we have managed to gain some technology from being in that combat. I don't believe we're anywhere near close enough to have some retinue. As the English, we have the Housecarl retinue. We're not actually English. I am actually Anglo-Saxon, which is West Germanic. Eventually, with the English melting pot, we will become English. But for now, we start with the ability to make a Housecarl training ground, which increases heavy infantry. And it also gives us that retinue, the Housecarl retinue, which is only 1,000 retinue cap. They're very powerful. They have a lot of extra modifiers. So yeah, that's nice. Okay, well I'm going to wrap this one up here. In the next video we will hopefully see some more stuff happen. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.